Thank you for joining us today. We're going to cover the science of awe and the need to cultivate it. So, unlike our other modules, today we're going to do some interacting with the video itself. You will be looking at images. You may turn them sideways, tilt your head, move your head in and out. Basically, whether you're looking at this on your mobile phone or sitting in an audience doing this as a group, what I'm about to ask you to do might be seen as having looks of disapproval from others, but it's okay, we're all family. We're all doing this for our resilience. Just pay attention to the video and I'll tell you how to interact with the images as they come up. This is all about how to cultivate awe and wonder. Now the guys who put this on the map are Datcher Keltner and Jonathan Haidt, and they've been doing this research for a while. They showed us that basically if you're looking at scenes of nature, things that are vast in size or complexity, birth of a child, looking through a telescope, looking through a microscope, this triggers in us a sense of awe. And awe is a powerful emotion, and whether it's a sunrise or a slide on a microscope, some people are just like, that is amazing, jaw-dropping moments, and that's what we're looking for here. How do you cultivate that? Because they really have an impact on your resilience. So, question, what is the one thing that you never have enough of in life, at work, at home, period? What's the one thing you never have enough of? Time. That's our biggest complaint. We're in all of our research, the number one complaint, I just don't have time to get all my things done. Well, guess what awe does? Awe expands your sense of time. You will feel like you have more time available. I'm not making this up. So the jaw-dropping moments that we experience, they make participants feel like they have more time available. They make them feel more patient, less materialistic, believe that or not, and more willing to volunteer their time to help others. They also experience greater life satisfaction. So awe as an emotion is worth cultivating. Let's get started. So take a look at this illusion, this optical illusion. What you have to do is stare at the plus sign in the center while you're moving your head toward the image and away from the image. And what should happen is that the rings, the discs on the outside, will rotate. This is called an anomalous motion illusion, but they're really fun. I'll show you a couple more as we keep on going. It's not just anomalous motion. There are other types of illusions where our eyes play tricks on us. What you're looking at is between A and B. If you put a bridge, you'll see that they're the exact same color. Take the bridge away, they look like they're very different colors. However, if we begin by starting with just the A and the B tiles and build the image, as more information becomes available in your visual field, you'll see that they are not just the same color at the beginning, but they look different as the picture builds. It's not just black and white, you can go to color. See the orange tile and the brown tile in the cube? Well, based on the other visual information, they look like they're different colors. But if I cover up the rest of it, boop, you'll see that they're the exact same color. Take it away, it looks orange again, put it back, they're the same color. For this next test, it's a blurt test. So you'll have to, I'm going to show you a word, and as fast as you can, just blurt it out. Just blurt it out loud. Do it right now. Ready? On your mark, get set, go. Aha. So there's a gender difference here. Boys are more likely to say evil, and girls are more likely to say good, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just a gender difference. It's just kind of interesting. Isn't that fun? Another example of anomalous motion is if you can train your eyes to fixate on one point within the illusion, you can make the movement, the apparent movement, stop. So look at the X, right? Look at the X in the image, focus on it, and if you only look at that X, what your brain uses is the previous tenth of a second to predict the next tenth of a second, and that you won't get the anomalous motion effect. Take the X away, move your eyes around, you'll see the image move again. In this image, we have from the Hubble Space Telescope's 20th anniversary. It's called the Pillars of the Carina Nebula. From the top of this image to the bottom of this image, it takes light 3 years to travel top to bottom. Just amazing in terms of like vast in size and complexity, but go from the immense to the teeny tiny. This is a soil-loving nematode, 1 millimeter long. That's the butt of the nematode right there. They're very popular, C. elegans are, in laboratory science because they're easy to analyze genetically and you can freeze them and thaw them out again and again. They're really great for research. There wasn't a new cloud entry in the World Cloud Atlas since 1951, but undulatus asperatus entered in 2009, meaning roughened or agitated waves. Isn't that gorgeous? Or to stay with the water vapor theme, this image actually won an award in 2014 for Best Photo. It's the first supercell where they had a copy of it and they captured the photo, and underneath it, as you see there, are two tornadoes coming out of the supercell. Kind of fun. Or you can go visit places that you can see predictably, like in Nevada. You can see the Fly Geyser, and it's just a stunning image, and it's not a camera angle. Here it is from the back. just gorgeous. These are places that you can visit. You can go to the Chihuahuan state of Mexico and look at the selenite mines. These crystals are 50, 60, 70 tons each. They're amazing. These are people walking on these enormous crystals. Or you can go to Socotra, Yemen, and visit the dragon blood trees. They're comfortable to hang out on. You cut them in half, you can see the red sap. Looks like blood. It's why they call them the dragon blood trees. Or you can go to the Kawaijan volcanoes in East Java in Indonesia, where as sulfur is spewed out, the heat from the lava ignites the sulfur, so you get a blue flame on the red lava, and it creates these stunning images. It's very predictable that you can see at this one place in the world. Or you can go to Russia and visit a lake Baikal, where 20% of the world's fresh water is in this one lake. It's absolutely stunning just to see the sun reflecting off of it. It's of 7,000 feet deep. It's hard to kind of fathom the size of this place, but people go there, they travel, they take pictures. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You can also go to the Panjin Beach in China, the Red Beach in China, and see that just like we have our leaves change colors in autumn, there's plant life that in autumn for 2 months turns from a bright green to a bright red. And it's just gorgeous. As you look around, you can see the effect of the quote-unquote the Red Beach in China. You can also, if you want to do something fun, this isn't fake, in Morocco, goats climb the argan trees to eat their fruit. This is not Photoshop, this is a real thing, you can Google it. These grape-like fruits are delicious to the goats, and they'll climb up, they'll eat the tree bare. Or you can check out the bioluminescent plankton in the Maldives or in Puerto Rico. This is really fun because as you put your hand in the water and you move it around, you activate the bioluminescent plankton. It looks like something out of a scene from Avatar. Just gorgeous. And it all comes from billions of these tiny bioluminescent plankton that activate as you move your hand through the water. Or to stick with the water theme, you can go to Lake Hillier in Australia, where a microalgae creates the pink tinge to the water, just a 4-minute walk from the deep blue of the Pacific Ocean. Or to go to another illusion. This is called the pinwheel illusion. This is my kid's favorite. As you move your eyes around the image, it's hard not to see the discs rotating. But if you focus in on one spot, you'll see that they stop. So it's when you move your eyes around that the motion continues it again. Now to go to the incredibly small, here's a bacterium sending out a spindly pseudopod to snag, it's an amoeba sending out a spindly pseudopod to snag a bacterium. But don't worry, it's not curtains for the bacterium. Once it's ingested by the amoeba, it will live a long, fruitful life, not exposed to the stressors of the external environment. Do you ever wish that you could be just subsumed by an amoeba so you weren't exposed to those stressors? Or here we have the Northern Lights. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights before? I can only imagine for the individual in the lower left part of this image, looking up at the greens and the purples and the hues. This was taken in the Norwegian archipelago. I can just imagine that must be a spiritual experience to be bathed in that beautiful light from the Northern Lights. Just glorious. To see the deep greens in the forest bouncing off the snow and the water. Just absolutely gorgeous. Or you can go south, way south, to the South Pole and see the Southern Lights. This is Concordia Research Station down there at the bottom. The size of a city, you look up and you see the enormity of the Southern Lights. Or you can go to, for example, Manhattan. This is called Manhattanhenge. Just like you have Stonehenge, you also have Manhattanhenge, where each cross street in Manhattan perfectly aligns twice a year with the setting sun. Manhattanhenge, Manhattanhenge, Manhattanhenge. People come from all around to take pictures of Manhattanhenge. It's kind of fun. Here's a microscopic image of the surface of a leaf of a tomato plant. Really fun indeed. I'll end with this one. Do you know the part of your brain that recognizes upside down faces is different from the part of your brain that recognizes right side up faces? So anybody recognize who this is? Yes, but do you know that if we turn her right side up, yikes, what's going on? Go back. This is what my kids say, do it again, Dad, do it again, Dad. Go back, there we go. Isn't that much more pleasant? So they've flipped her eyes, they've flipped her mouth, but the part of your brain that recognizes facial, you can see that that's a familiar face. You don't recognize that it's been tampered with. So this brings us to your moment of awe. We'll be asking you about your most amazing moments, your jaw-dropping moments, so keep your awe radar tuned. But to start, right now, on your device, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, we want you to begin this cultivation of awe and wonder. So, think of a time when you felt a sense of awe, from beautiful scenes in nature to witnessing an amazing accomplishment of another person to encountering something vast in size or number or power or complexity. Many things can make you feel awe. And for the next 7 minutes, write about your awe experience as if you were explaining it to a friend.